Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome back to another mini message. I'm currently sitting outside right now, so y'all might hear some noise. Sorry. I think this is my first mini message of the summer, and that's pretty crazy. So for this mini message, I saw this video last night and it just hit home and I want to talk about it with y'all. So the video said 8 billion people spent today in a different way. And the video was like some people were crying, some people were, going through a genocide, some people were getting married, some people were fighting in a military. Like, it's so insane to me. And something about that video, it just hit home. Like, there was nothing else to it, it just hit home. And you know what it really made me think is that not only are we all going through the same day in a different way, we all are in some way, shape, or form struggling. And that's exactly why I keep this very firm belief that as a Muslim, and just in general, try your best to be the most patient and empathetic person you can be. Now, of course, a reminder to me first before anybody, because we all struggle with that. We all have our moments. But sometimes you can see someone, even in your own family, that could be having a peaceful day externally, but internally they are in literal havoc and chaos. And you just won't know. You just won't know. Some people just don't say it, right? And even to the random people you'll never see again, the people at the grocery store, the lady at the register that had a little bit of an attitude, someone could be going through something and you just never know it. Like, I'll tell you for an example. I'm not saying this to sound shady or anything. I'm just saying generally because it never left my mind. I think it was last Friday. I went to go get blood drawn. And the lady who was drawing my blood, she wasn't in the mood. She wasn't in the mood. I don't know what it was, but maybe she was standing on business. But I try my best to be very cheerful and happy with everybody. So I was like, hey, how are you? Da-da-da, whatever. Whether, small talk. No. She grabs my arm and she just ties the little, the elastic. And I've gotten blood drawn before. I know what vein they hit at and I know if it's supposed to hurt or what. I know how my body reacts and I get how blood's supposed to be drawn. That is hurt. I looked away. She literally just, no hesitation, takes the needle, goes straight in my vein, and it's painful. And at that moment, I'm like, something's not right. Because I've gotten blood drawn before. I know what vein she hitting at, and I'm like, it should not hurt like that. And on the side, there's a sign that says, make sure you follow these instructions so you don't get any bruising. And I'm staring at that sign, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get bruised. Anyway, she's really strict, really stand on business. And again, I'm trying my best to be kind. She rips the needle out. She doesn't even give me a Band-Aid. She takes tape and she wraps 3 circles of tape around my arms. She just tapes up my entire arm. She goes, okay, you can go. And I was just like, okay, when can I get my results? And then at that point, she didn't even answer. Someone else answered. So it was really awkward. But then I left and I sat in my car and I was like, dang, I felt totally oh my God, I was trying to be all nice and I got stabbed. Until this day, bro, it's hurting. It's hurting and it's bruised. Whatever, it's fine. And I thought about it and I was like, and as a human being, initially when someone comes off to you in a way, you're kind of like, oh, why are they like that? Da, da, da. But then I thought to myself, okay, bird, okay, have a mini message moment. But then I thought to myself how every single person could be going through something. I know y'all say that's not an excuse for the bruising, it's fine. But on a real note, it made me think that there can be people, even at the grocery store, right? The lady at the register that might have been mean. Maybe she lost someone the night before and she has to show up to work today like nothing happened. And these are things you have to think about. I'm not saying that someone that was justified. I'm just saying generally, when you meet people, sometimes people are not really who they usually are, right? And maybe they're in a worse mood. Maybe they're going through something. There's this series by Bilal Assad on YouTube, Spotify, everywhere. I love listening to him, such a great scholar and just so calm in the way he talks. He has this new series that he's been doing that's called Character Series, where he talks about cultivating different characteristics. And he says that as a Muslim, having iman and things are good, but you also need to make sure that you have that character and that beautiful character within yourself and in the way you treat people. And I found watching that series so interesting because we often always focus on iman, and say, be a good Muslim, have good character, but how, right? And so I think that learning how to cultivate those characteristics in your character is very important. So today, try your best to be very gracious, be extra kind to somebody. I always remember when people are extra kind to me, when people smile at me, when people compliment me. And just the same way you might remember it, someone else might remember it. So today, make sure that you intentionally go out there and at least do one nice thing for somebody, whether that's your family or someone you don't know. Cliche, yes. But is it going to change your life and theirs? Yes. You're honestly going to feel a lot more better inside, and you might make someone else feel better too. So that was my little mini ramble, just something I think about. Try to be very patient with people. because you really don't know what people are going through, what havoc is going on inside. Anyway, take care of yourself. Have a great rest of your day. Assalamu alaikum.